Yo, what up, everybody? This is your boy Johnny Gio, and welcome back to GP. Alright, guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the first step into how I became 4 years sober, and I want to go ahead and cover a couple things in regards to getting to this step. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been through a couple of rough patches in my life, and no matter how much bullshit that I went through, no matter how many traumatic experiences I had, for some reason those experiences were never enough for me to just be like, hey, you know what, like, fuck this, I'm done drinking, I'm done doing coke, I'm just over it. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people, they have a bad hangover, they do something dumb, and the next day they're regretting it, and for some reason they still continue to drink. And of course, alcohol is everywhere, so that's one reason. But one legit reason why I feel like people, including myself, go through all these bad experiences and continue to drink, and even though they kind of don't want to, they make a decision at first and they say it, but they don't follow through with it. It's because of FAB, fading affect bias. Now, this term is used in like recovery centers and in psychology, but I'm just kind of dumb it down a little bit, and then if you guys want, go ahead and look it up online or something. But pretty much with the fading affect bias, fading affect bias pretty much is this way of thinking for us as humans that we pretty much only receive or capture and maintain happy moments, or moments where we're happy and we're having a good time, and we sort of try to get rid of all of the bad and just kind of stuff it down there so that we don't remember it. And since we're biased towards drinking, and that's our belief of having a good time, all those things that regard drinking that are negative, we're gonna go ahead and shove them down our mind and just kind of bury them. That way we don't think about it next time we're having a drink. So let's say you wake up and you're pretty hungover, or you got a DUI the recent night, and you say to yourself, you know what, like, I'm not gonna drink anymore, like, that's it, I'm done, or I'm gonna try to control it. That's when fading affect bias kicks in, probably like a week, maybe 2 weeks later, or for some people maybe even right away. And you go ahead and you drink. Hopefully you're able to control it, and if not, you're back having another DUI or just causing mayhem like I would. And I like to think that fading affect bias plays a huge role into why people say they're going to stop drinking and then they continue to do it otherwise. Now, a lot of stuff has happened to me in the past, and I've been a victim of the fading affect bias, so I can speak out of my experiences. So going down the first step, pretty much you gotta accept and realize that you have some sort of issue or a problem with drinking. And for a lot of people, it's a tough pill to swallow, just because you don't want to think that you have an issue drinking, because that's the source or the way that you have fun, right? And it's pretty tough to realize it and to admit it to yourself. But in order for you to stop drinking, you pretty much have to go through this step. Like, there's no way around it. Accept that you have an issue with drinking, and just kind of own up to it, because I know I would, and other people might as well, but blaming other people or relationships or your current circumstances as far as that's the reason why you haven't stopped drinking, is not a pretty good reason, so like, own up to your faults, own up to your addiction, and pretty much stop giving yourself excuses and blaming it on other people. So that's pretty much key right there. Alright everybody, so moving forward, you want to accept that you have an issue, and you really want to stop blaming other people for why you drink so much or why you have a bad cocaine habit and stuff like that. It's your life, nobody else's life, so make sure you own it. So making the decision that you are completely stopping and you are not going back to drinking, letting yourself know that that is it. Now when you do this, if you're gonna go ahead and say, you know what, I'm just gonna cut down, or I might drink in the future, like that's exactly what's gonna happen. So if you really want to stop drinking, you really gotta just lay it down and just say, hey, you know what, like this is it, like I'm not drinking anymore, it's over. There is no maybe, or I'm just gonna taper off. Like you can do it, you can just stop. So during this process of owning you have a problem, an issue, or a bad relationship with alcohol, I want you guys to ask yourself 2 questions. First question is, and I want you guys to answer it very honestly because you really want an honest answer. Do I consume alcohol, or does alcohol consume me? Meaning, when you go and drink, are you really enjoying yourself? Are you under control? Are you making responsible decisions? Or are you acting wild? Are you being belligerent? Are you making choices you don't normally make, whether it's economically, whether it's rational decisions, whether you're going to drive when you're drinking? Stuff like that really plays an important role if you really want to understand if you have an issue or not, right? So do you consume the alcohol, or is it consuming you? Number 2, when accepting and owning up to this problem that you have or issue, is going to be, what is your why? What is the reason that is going to make you really stop drinking? Why are you going to stop drinking? Is it for your health? Is it to save money? Is it to have better relationships with your family? All of these reasons are legitimate reasons, but it's only a good why if it means that much to you. So if you really don't care about your health, then that is not a strong enough why. Ask yourself why. Finding a strong enough why is gonna catapult you to the next step, and really be grounded on that term where, okay, I found the reason why, and this is excellent. This is the reason why I'm gonna stop drinking, and I'm confident in it. I'm gonna share with you guys my why. And it's funny because after numerous emergency room visits, after numerous near-death experiences, I even share with you guys this scar right here I have. Check it out. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Okay? So even after stuff like that, I still kept drinking. And it wasn't until I found my why, my reason to completely stop drinking, is when I realized this is it. Like, this is my why. Alright guys, so here it is. The reason I stopped drinking and my why was, I asked myself, what kind of father did you want when you were a kid? And if you were your dad right now, under these circumstances, still drinking and doing coke, would you prosper? And how would you feel as to who your father was, knowing that he was pretty scrawny, pretty weak, drank a lot, acted a fool, disrespected a lot of people, and just wasn't an overall well-rounded good person with a very good character? So that right there really triggered me, and it really made me feel like, damn, like my kids are not going to have that type of father. My kids are going to have a strong dad, physically and mentally, and a person of good character, a person that takes care of business, and a person that is always going to be there for them 100%, and is not going to be out, you know, doing all kinds of dumb stuff or going to jail for reasons that, you know, are pretty dumb, to be honest. So they're gonna have a reliable father. Now that was my why. So for you guys, it could mean something else. You know, as I mentioned before, I didn't meet or ever knew my real father, so that was something really close to home to me, and so that was it. Now, if you can't seem to find a why, or you're struggling with that, damn, like why should I stop drinking? Like, yeah, I have stuff that happens to me and stuff, but I don't got no kids, I don't have like anything to really look forward to, or you're having a hard time figuring out your why, right? I'll give you guys one. Hopefully it works, but it's just so you could kind of like think outside the box a bit. And I heard this while I was watching a motivational video the other day, and it went like this. So when you die, on your tombstone you have your birth date and you have the day of death, right? The day you died. Now, a lot of people, when they look at their tombstones, they just see those two dates. But what people are missing is that there's another thing right there, and that thing is a dash in the middle. That dash in the middle of those two dates describe the way you lived your life. That dash describes what kind of person you were, the character you had, the integrity you had. Like, is your dash going to represent a person that numbed themselves through life? A person that decided that it was way much easier skating through life just drinking and doing drugs? Or a person that decided to take the tougher route, the route that most people don't take? Because I get it, you know, life is hard, there's stress everywhere, but let's go against the grain here, you know? So hopefully that helps you guys. When I heard it, I was like, whoa, you know, like, that's true. What is your dash gonna signify in your tombstone? So that's pretty much gonna be it for this video, guys. If you really like and respect what I'm trying to do right here, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's get a conversation going. Or if you have any questions about this step, please list them and comment down below and let me know what you guys think about these videos. Alright guys, I'm out here. Peace.